Welcome to the OnlyFans Secrets Marketing Podcast. The goal of this podcast is to help both new and established OnlyFans creators learn the basics of online branding, marketing, and promotion to help you make more money with your content and maximize your time online. My name is Richard Lewis, and I have over 20 years of internet marketing experience. So let's get started with today's topic. And that topic is benefits of an OnlyFans mentor. Okay, so business mentoring is a staple of success for many new entrepreneurs. So as an OnlyFans creator, you are now a business person and an entrepreneur. So in this new role, it's helpful to find someone experienced in business, OnlyFans, or online marketing to help guide you. In this episode, we'll discuss the benefits of having a mentor and how to choose the right one for you. Okay, so what is a business mentor? Okay, so a mentor is someone with experience in a related field that has had success and the kind of success that you want. And then also a mentor guides a mentee, which would be you, on your journey and helps you avoid mistakes along the way. Also, a mentor would be you as the mentee, take in the practical advice and apply it to your business or venture from the mentor. So obviously a mentor is someone with experience, and this experience could be with OnlyFans, it could be with business itself, or it could be with online marketing or online business. Basically someone who has gone before you and been successful. Obviously the amount of time that they've been successful plays a role in whether or not you would trust the advice that would come back from them. And that's up to you. Obviously OnlyFans has only been around for a few years. So you could choose someone who has had success from OnlyFans, but you might also want to look at people who have had broader business success over a long period of time. And then a mentor guides the mentee on a journey. So this is someone who has knowledge, is willing to share that knowledge and to help guide you along the way, along your path of success. And then as the mentee, you're taking in this practical advice and you're applying it to what you're doing. So again, it doesn't always have to be exactly apples for apples. It can be something that's similar, and then you're taking the advice that the mentor is giving you and applying it to the type of business that you're running. Okay, so what are the benefits of having a mentor for OnlyFans? Okay, so first you gain encouragement, practical advice, and support from your mentor. So encouragement is very important. Having someone there to root you on is always super helpful. Certainly when you were younger, if you grew up with parents, then them attending either your sports or band or performances at school, that meant a lot that they were there to encourage you, whether or not you were great at what you were doing or were ever going to be great. Just the fact that someone was there to root you on made a lot of difference. And then also they're going to give you practical advice. So sometimes, especially if you're moving into like a new area or field that you're not super familiar with, just learning the basics and just getting like a feel for what you're doing is going to be super helpful. And then also support. Just someone there to bounce, ideas off of, can mean a huge difference, especially when you're starting up, to know what you should and shouldn't be doing. Okay. So secondly, you learn from their experiences, both good and bad. So obviously if you're, new to OnlyFans, or if you've been doing OnlyFans for a while and you want to take things to another level, you can basically get advice from a mentor, and they're going to share not just the things that have been successful for them, but the things that went wrong too. And, as we've gone over in this podcast, show me a person who hasn't failed and I'll show you someone who's not successful. You want to hear about people's failures, not just because you don't want to necessarily emulate them, but because it can make you also feel better about failures you might have had in the past or are going to have in the future, that, you get that realistic perspective that everything isn't going to go right all the time. And having someone there to share and to show their own, humanity and humility in their defeats, is great for you. And also you get those, good stories too, where you can learn from what did work. So being able to learn from those good and bad experiences is very helpful on a journey like OnlyFans. Also, you feel more confident to make decisions. So that is super helpful. A lot of times people have a hard time pulling the trigger on things, especially if it's something brand new. It's a little scary. You're saying, okay, I'm seeing everybody out here who knows so much. They've been doing this for so long, and it just seems like, their material or what they're producing is just so grand. And having someone there to tell you, guide you along the way, it's going to make it easier for you to make those confident decisions on, what kind of content to produce, or, what kind of ad to run, or who to speak to in the community. However it works, you're going to feel more confident because you're going to have someone there who you've seen has gone before. And, as I mentioned, it also creates, humanity from that person. If you're, this is your mentor, you're seeing that they're a real person just like you, and they had to go ahead and step out on that ledge as well to make those decisions. So, being able to make those decisions won't seem as huge of a gulf as it might be by yourself. And then next, you have to develop you get to develop, study, communication, and personal skills. So you're basically developing your ability to study, what's gone on before from your mentor, or if they're going to give you other examples of things to study. You're going to develop your own communication and personal skills from the mentor. So the mentor is going to have those kind of things built up over time because, they know how to talk out into the community, either through marketing or advertising, or just, public relations. And you're going to see how this person interacts with other people, and you'll be able to emulate some of these communication and personal skills. So this is all very helpful. And then next, you can identify goals and establish a practical battle plan with your mentor. So, you can reach out to them when you're doing your goal sets and say, are these practical goals? Are these goals in a good amount of time? And you're going to get that realistic feedback. Again, you're not just in your own cave all by yourself when you're setting your goals. You'll have someone to bounce that off of and say, these are, this is a good time frame for these goals, or that is a completely unrealistic time frame. You might not necessarily know that information, but a mentor will, because they have, gone through that already. They've walked that path, so they can tell you, oh, okay, these are good goals. And this is a practical battle plan for what you're trying to accomplish with your OnlyFans page. Having this many followers or getting this many subscribers within a certain amount of time. But that's going to help you make sure that your plan is a successful one. And then also, they see a vision of a future with success. So, your mentor is out there, and they have probably, certainly if you pick a good one, have had success. So now you can see what their vision was towards success, and you can emulate that. But not only that, it shows you that success is achievable, based off of the hard work that that person did. So you can see like the real nuts and bolts that went into the success, and you can create your vision. And we've gone over creating a vision statement. There's a whole podcast on that for OnlyFans. But by creating that vision of success, for you, you will see that it's completely attainable. All right. And then next, you will also be able to make new friends and colleagues along the way with your mentor. So in most instances, the mentor has been out in, the industry for a while. So they're going to be able to introduce you to fellow creators, fellow people who are out there doing marketing or owning businesses. These are also people who have succeeded, and, it's going to help you create a larger network for you to get your own information out there, which is super important. And then also you will have a soundboard for your ideas. So, someone that you can bounce off when you say, hey, I just came up with this crazy thing. What do you think? And they're going to say, yeah, that sounds great. Try it out. Or, whoa. They're going to give you that like honest opinion. We all have a lot of great ideas. And sometimes, we spend too much time on them based off of just our own, perspective. And if we get someone else's perspective, they might say, maybe spend a little bit of time on this idea, but here's something else similar that you might want to spend a lot more time on. So you'll have someone to soundboard your ideas, but also that feedback so that you don't go down like, the wrong rabbit holes. All right, so next for a benefit would be you feel less isolated in your journey to success on OnlyFans. So, obviously with OnlyFans, it's online. It's something that in most instances you aren't doing with anyone else. You might be doing it with a partner. But in most cases, it's just your own self out there working every day, every week towards the goal of success on OnlyFans. So, having someone that you can talk to about OnlyFans, or who may also be an OnlyFans creator or is also going through an online marketing struggle, constantly working, building up their brand the same way, you're going to feel a lot less isolated, like no one understands what you are going through during that journey. And you can talk to them about that. So, if they would have gone through the same experiences at some point, it might be years ago, but they're going to remember when they were at the stage you're at and be able to talk to you about it. And also lastly, you're going to get heightened productivity, almost like having a cheat sheet, in a way, because you're going to bounce these ideas off of your mentor. You're going to, get back from them what mistakes they made. And it's almost like you can just cross off the different things that would have wasted your time and concentrate on the truly effective concepts. So it's almost like, just jumping ahead a couple of levels, leveling up, so to speak, from your mentor. Because you're not going to have to go through some of those growing pains or pains in whatever stage of marketing and advancement you're at, but you're going to kind of just, advance a lot faster because you have this person who has, paved that path previously and helps you save, time from, mistakes. Okay, so those were the benefits. So how do you choose the right mentor? Okay, so, first you want to research your current niche. We talked before about OnlyFans, about your angle, about your niche, about, that everyone has their own little, area that they're competing with other creators in based on, the types of subscribers that you would have. So research that niche